The advertising playlist lets you inject ads into your regular programming quickly and efficiently. In order to properly use it, you must do a bit of planning ahead of time. Upload your ads to the content library. Have your regular programming already laid out in the scheduling grid. Make sure your ads have all the same duration. You can't mix ads of different lengths in an advertising playlist. Determine how many ads you will want to play at any given time. Once you have everything figured out, you're ready to create your first advertising playlist. Right-click in the playlist window and select Add Advertising Playlist. Give your new playlist a name. Uncheck any users you want to prevent from viewing and accessing this playlist. Enter the individual ad duration. All the content you add must match this duration. Content with different durations will be rejected. Enter the number of advertising slots. This represents the maximum number of ads you can add to this playlist. Notice the total advertising playlist duration is calculated automatically for you. Under Playback options, select if you want to give priority to the schedule or the content. Selecting Media will make sure your content will always play from beginning to end. It won't be cut off by other scheduled playlists. Check Mute Audio if you want to disable the sound for the entire playlist. Check Shuffle if you want to randomize the playlist. By default, all your content will play in the order it appears in the playlist. Once you're done, click Save to confirm your settings. The next step is to add content to your new advertising playlist. Drag over each ad and drop them in the playlist. Note that you can also add multiple items at one time, if you don't exceed the number of available slots. Remember that you don't have to fill all the slots. You can add or remove content at any time. Once you're finished, the playlist is ready to be added to the schedule. Advertising playlists can't be dragged and dropped into the scheduling grid. Instead, right-click in the grid and select Advertising. The advertising window opens. There are two sections, Time Slot and Component. Starting with Time Slot, click Add to select your advertising playlist start and end times. The default values represent 24 hours. The loop duration is based on the total number of content assigned to the playlist. The loop duration can't be edited. It will be calculated automatically for you once you finish configuring the component settings. Next, select the burst value. This determines how many ads will play in sequence. Selecting a burst value of 3 means your ads will play in blocks of 3 at a time. Switching to the component side, click Add to select the advertising playlist from the pull-down menu. Note only advertising playlists are shown in this list. To help you manage your ad campaigns, advertising playlists let you set the maximum number of times ads will be shown on screen. You set this value in the Cap Impressions field. For example, setting a value of 1,000 means your ads can't play more than 1,000 times during our time slot. The total number of impressions will vary depending on the number of items in the playlist and the duration of the time slot. Click the Refresh button to calculate how many impressions can be achieved based on the existing values. The results will appear in the Forecast Impressions column. Click Program Preview to generate a forward-looking report that will show you how your content will play for any date in the future. Select the date to report on and the time span. You can set filters to report on specific content, customer name, or ad reference. To view all the results, skip these filters and click Search. The report will show the results of your programming in the table below. You can click Save to download a copy of the report in Excel format for sharing. Click OK to return to the advertising playlist view, and click Save to confirm your settings. Your advertising playlist will be identified by a gray time slot above the ticker indicator. The steps above will add the advertising playlist to the currently selected day. You must duplicate this day forward in order to have a recurring program. Make sure you don't forget to select your players and publish your new content once you're done. This concludes our review of the advertising playlist. Be sure to visit www.navori.com for more information.